It's finally happening. Disney Dreamlight Valley's fourth major update is one day away. If you're like me, you're wanting to get the very most out of this upcoming update and all of the updates heading our way in the future, which leads us to the topic of this video. How do you prepare for a major update coming to Disney Dreamlight Valley? Hey there gamers, I'm probably Senpai, and today I'll be discussing methods and activities you can practice to prepare for not only this update, but any update we're expecting in the future. Before we dive into today's video, I'd like to mention that I am a small full-time content creator, so every like on this video helps me tremendously. Consider hitting that like button to let YouTube know you appreciate this content, and also consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. And with that, let's get started. Now, most players out there don't have unlimited playtime. Some things that come our way in the update may take us quite some time to unlock and enjoy if we don't prepare a little bit in advance. So, let's open with some basic fundamentals that apply to all updates. We'll be starting with the topic of resource management. This is probably the most, if not one of the most, important topics when it comes to preparation. In this topic, we'll discuss the importance of stockpiling a number of valuable resources, as well as ensuring you have a decent number of Starcoins at your disposal. Now, there are a lot of reasons you may want to stockpile extra materials and currency leading into an update. One of the biggest reasons is, of course, the new character quests. Every major update we've seen has introduced new characters, and with that, we also see new quests. Completing these quests is required to unlock and level our new valley residents. Countless quests within Dreamlight Valley have required players to craft tinkering parts, cook meals, and create unique items such as Wally's telescope or Olaf's stage. Now, some players really like to take their time with quests and don't keep a lot of materials on hand, and that's totally fine. That said, the more time you spend grinding for materials, the less time you'll have to focus on that new star path. So, how can we work around this? Considering iron is such a time-consuming resource to harvest, I recommend having an abundance of iron ingots on hand just in case. I know you may really want to craft that beautiful fence, water tower, or DJ booth, but I would highly recommend waiting until after the update, and this same concept applies to gold ingots and minerals overall. Once we have a glimpse at exactly what our new quests will require, you'll have a better understanding of what you may or may not need on hand. If iron is something you're struggling with, just check my video description. I'll drop a link down there for one of the absolute most efficient iron harvesting methods, which has been very well received by the Dreamlight Valley community. Now, when it comes to resources, it's also important to consider the possibility of new craftables. Before update number 3, many players used a majority of their dark wood to create dark wood fencing, only to discover that the dark wood would be a key component in the game's best storage chest. Another key component was Dreamlight. Even if it's tempting to make tons of shovel varnish to harvest endless amounts of clay, I'd recommend holding on to a copious amount of Dreamlight. As we know, Dreamlight is required to open realms and craft important items. It's hard to say what, if any, new craftables could surprise us in future updates, so having an abundance of a wide variety of materials could save you from a potential headache. Another key item I would recommend stockpiling is flowers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Really? Flowers? They are everywhere. Let me explain. If you want to progress through your new quest quickly to ensure that you have ample time to complete your star path, flowers are an incredibly important item to have on hand. As we all know, Valley residents' quest lines are level locked, meaning you'll need to reach higher levels of friendship with them to proceed forward in the quest line. Flowers are one of the most abundant items, and they make amazing gifts. If you place a stack of flowers in the top left space in your inventory and approach a villager who doesn't have an active quest or a pending daily conversation, your first prompt upon speaking to them will be to give them a gift. When you select this prompt, the default selection will be whatever item you have in the top left position. If you have a stack of 50 flowers in that position, this allows you to level your new friend quickly simply by constantly tapping your interaction button, and this method can help you reach maximum friendship with your new resident in no time. Though it is important to note, this will only work with a controller. If you're playing on mouse and keyboard, the mouse is required to select the item you want to gift. I play on PC, but I use an Xbox controller. Hopefully that'll help you out. Now, as I said, I know some people like to take their time with quests, and that's great. More power to you. This tip is more for players who have limited playtime and struggle to complete the new quest and the star path before it expires. Of course, you're welcome to play the way that works and feels best for you. Another resource I recommended holding on to was Starcoins. Now, Starcoins are rarely necessary for questing, But most updates have brought us new furniture items, and you never know what to expect from Scrooge's store. Scrooge has a reputation of rarely offering exactly what you're looking for, so it can be especially painful when a new item appears that you deeply desire and you come up just short of the price. Also, the devs love to throw curveballs in these updates. Who knows what other uses we could see for Starcoins in the future? Just make sure you don't break the bank right before a major update, and you should be fine. On the topic of currency, Moonstones are another item I'd suggest holding on to whenever you can, especially before an update. Currently, we receive 50 Moonstones a day when we choose to log in. This is around 1,500 Moonstones if you log in each day throughout any given month. Not only does the Premium Star Path require Moonstones, but so do the items in the Premium Shop. Now, I know there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Moonstones and the Premium Item Shop. This isn't really a topic I want to dive into on this video, but I am working on a video to discuss this topic in greater detail and share my personal thoughts and feelings on the matter. This video should be ready in the very near future. For now, let's move on and focus on the video's topic of update preparation. The last resource I'd recommend having on hand are cooking ingredients. Having a few of each fish, vegetable, and fruit can save you loads of time when it comes to certain quests and favorite gifts. One thing I've noticed is that biological characters such as animals or humans almost always prefer at least one type of meal or ingredient as a favorite gift, while mechanical characters such as robots or toys never prefer meals or ingredients and always seem to want materials, minerals, or flowers. Of course, Wally can be an exception to this thanks to the fact that he has a green thumb. So keep that in mind when it comes to leveling your villagers. Now, I know having all of these things stockpiled is not a possibility for everyone, especially if you're not in the late game like some of us are. If you can't get your hands on all of these items before an update, don't stress it. Just do what you can and enjoy yourself. It'll be all right. Another thing I like to do in preparation of an update is a bit of pre-decorating. Most updates let us know at least some of the characters we'll be getting, and I usually like to have an idea of where I'll be placing their homes, as well as how I plan to decorate the area. For example, the approaching update has confirmed we'll see Simba and Nala, so I made it a point to decorate my sunlit plateau and chose an optimal position for Pride Rock. Now, this is not something you have to do. I just like to do a little bit of decorating before the new edition so I can focus on my quests and Star Path. I've had a whole lot of fun decorating my sunlit plateau leading up to this update, and if anything, it's just made me even more excited about what's to come. On the topic of decor, I'd highly recommend making sure you have at least a little bit of wiggle room on your global item limit, which is the 3,000 count. Considering the high likelihood of new items or craftables, having a little bit of flexibility to place new items is key. This is especially true when it comes to all of those amazing items we can expect to see in the Star Path. Nobody wants to unlock an epic Ferris wheel just to discover they're unable to place it. Now, this next preparation tip I have for you is quite simple. And for most of you, it will probably be a bit of a given, but I figured I'd bring it up anyway. Having a little bit of a game plan or a play strategy can be quite useful when it comes to completing your Star Path and thoroughly enjoying the update. Since I work as a full-time content creator, I'm in a very rare position to dedicate tons of times into my gameplay. Many others simply don't have that luxury. So planning ahead and scheduling a few play sessions can really help you get into a steady rhythm and ensure you don't miss out on any of the fun new features or items. Lastly, the updates are always really fun, especially with friends and a community that enjoys and appreciates the updates just as much as you do. On April 5th, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be live on Twitch the moment update number 4 releases. You can expect the same thing for updates number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. If you'd like to play along with us or experience the update live, I would love to see you in the stream. I'll drop a link in the video description down below. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to let YouTube's algorithm know by pressing that like button. And consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley and gaming content. Thank you so much for your time today, and good luck decorating your valley.